What's up, guys?
Games are not what they used to be. That's something I commonly hear everywhere I go. I've been hearing it for years now. When you think about old games like Skyrim, Oblivion, GTA 4, GTA 5, when it just released, Underground 2, Most Wanted, these are all games that people think about and talk about when they talk about the good old games, most of the time, of course, depending on what your age is. But I recently decided I'm gonna try new games. I'm gonna try games that I haven't tried before, or maybe even try games again that I might have enjoyed when I was younger. And I realized a very uncomfortable truth. When I was scrolling through I think it was the Ubisoft Plus library and Game Pass library on my Asus Z1 Extreme, I realized that a lot of these games look absolutely fantastic. They look incredible. The storyline looks incredible. I was looking at games like Expedition 33, which I haven't played yet. I've been looking at games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is critically acclaimed, and yet again, I haven't really played it yet. I think I played it one time for like half an hour or something, and I got bored. I sincerely got bored. I don't know why. And then I just default back to a game like Counter-Strike, which has no flavor in it. It's just a competitive shooter for the fact of being a competitive shooter. The game basically has no lore even. So I don't know. It's almost like when I started playing multiplayer games like online shooters and stuff like that, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Counter-Strike, things changed for me and it got me thinking, what games did I enjoy? And are they still good to me now? Because when you hear the question, why aren't games as good as they were back in my day or back in the day, whatever, you think that games nowadays must be bad, right? Well, no, it's actually quite the opposite. Games now are more advanced, more realistic. Storylines are more in-depth than ever before. I was thinking about games that I enjoyed back in my day. As I say, I'm still young, so I don't know what qualifies as back in my day, but I was thinking about games like that, and I came across a few of them, like Need for Speed Most Wanted, Need for Speed Underground 2, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2, things like Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, Skyrim, Oblivion, actually even. Those were games that I really, really enjoyed when I was a little bit younger, and like I could sit and play for hours and hours and hours on end. But you know what most of these games have in common? Limited to no multiplayer support. Like, yeah, local multiplayer is one thing. Like, you could play, I think, Underground 2 multiplayer, right? But the first actual multiplayer game that I really, really enjoyed was Battlefield 3. I could barely play it, by the way. Like, my PC was so trash. I just transitioned from consoles to PCs. Like, I had a PlayStation 2, and at some point I had an Xbox as well, but it was like the old Xbox One. But most of the time I had a PlayStation 2. I never got the PlayStation 3. I never got the PlayStation 4 or 5 or whatever. I stopped with the PlayStation 2. And then I transitioned to PC. But my PC was so bad that at that time I played Battlefield 3 on like 20 to 25 FPS. I didn't notice it at that time. Like, I knew I was lagging somewhat, but I didn't have like a reference point. I had 30 FPS gaming most of the time, so it was somewhat similar to me. It just felt a bit laggy, and I didn't really know any better, right? But otherwise, I really, really enjoyed Battlefield 3. And that was kind of my transition into multiplayer gaming, and I don't think I ever went back from there. Like, I started playing Counter-Strike. I played games like Paladins, like Black Squad. Like, I played just multiplayer games, and it was almost like I could never look back. And I never really enjoyed single player or story games like I used to before. And a while back, I started playing a single player game again. It's called Avowed. Now, it's almost like a Skyrim / Dragon Age-ish like mixture type game. Like, it's very similar to Skyrim, the gameplay and stuff. Obviously, it has its own differences set in its own world and everything like that. I think it's in the same world as Path of Exile. And I really enjoyed that game as well. Like it was immersive, the story was amazing, but I stopped playing. At some point, I just stopped playing. The same goes with other amazing games like Cyberpunk 2077. I finished all the main quests before the DLC obviously released. I didn't do any like real side quests or anything like that. Like I just played the main quest. So it took me like, I don't know, 17 hours or something, and I finished that. But I never went back. Like I tried to go back. I did. I tried to go back, but I never could find myself consistently playing a single player game anymore. But then I realized that it's not only just the single player games, it's almost going into my multiplayer games as well. I started playing Warframe. For a lot of you guys, that might be how you found this channel, right? And I really enjoyed the game. I still do really enjoy the game, but I consistently find myself going back to a game like Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike is essentially, in entertainment terms, brain rot, right? Like it is, don't get me wrong, it's basically chess, but esports, right? It's an incredibly tactical game. It makes you think, it makes you be competitive. It's amazing in its own way. It's genre defining in its own way. But when it comes to the broad spectrum of games, it's basically brain rot because you do the same thing over and over and over again. You play the same pool of maps against a lot of the same people, especially if you live in a smaller region like South Africa, and you just do that. Rinse and repeat, getting better and better and better. Training your mind to focus on targets, clicking heads, learning spray control. It's kind of like grinding in an MMO, but it's not grinding in an MMO, it's grinding in a shooter. And the same goes with games like Call of Duty. Like I played Black Ops 7 with my wife just the other day, and I really enjoyed that game, right? But it's again the same thing. It's rinse and repeat, doing the same thing over and over and over again. And it kind of puts you in a loop, right? Like it kind of puts you in that loop where you want to get better. It stimulates the brain, kind of gives you that dopamine boost, that reward boost with every match, with every kill. And I think that might be one of the biggest problems why I'm not enjoying single player games as much as I used to, or as much as I want to, at least. Like, I'm going to try Expedition 33, and I hear it's amazing. And I'm going to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla because I heard it's amazing. And I want to play other games like Avowed, like Cyberpunk 2077. I want to play that game again, but I'm struggling. I'm really struggling because it feels like that reward center of my brain, it's broken. Not only even with games, with like social media, with living in a modern world, it breaks our stimulation part of our brain and the attention span and everything. And for people like me, it's really difficult because my brain craves stimulation. And now that I found that source in a game like Counter-Strike, it's so difficult to get back from it. It's so difficult to pull away from it. But I think I need to take a step back because I realized, yes, Skyrim was amazing. Yes, Oblivion was fantastic. Underground 2 was just essential to the genre. Games like Dragon Age defined fantasy RPG for me. But that doesn't mean newer games are bad. It means quite the opposite. We have grown as a gaming society. We have now access to more different types of games than ever before. The gaming industry is so extremely competitive that games are becoming more and more astonishing. Yes, there are obviously stupid games out there, but when you think about games like Expedition 33, when you think about games like Arc Raiders, that's actually a multiplayer extraction shooter game, these are newer games and they are amazing. When you think about the Assassin's Creed franchise, yes, it's not Assassin's Creed 1. Yes, it's not Brotherhood. Yes, it's not Revelations, which, by the way, should also be in the category of games that I really, really enjoyed. I played all the Assassin's Creeds up until Revelations, like religiously, bro. Like I played it a lot, except 2. I don't think I ever really played 2. Like I kind of skipped to it. I don't know why. Newer games aren't bad because old games are good. Newer games feel bad because we live in a modern, hyper-stimulating society where everything is about how much dopamine can this give you. And I'm tired of it. I just want to take a step back. I just want to relax and enjoy a good piece of art. And I hope you do too. I hope this video did something, ignited a feeling where you just want to play a game. Just want to enjoy yourself. Well, in any case, I I don't know if you even would watch the video up until this point. It's basically a rant, but if you did, thank you. You might as well like the video if you watched up until this point, and subscribe if you want to see more gaming videos and especially tech reviews that I'm going to be doing. Gaming tech, of course, reviews that I will be doing in the very near future. That being said, this is Wano signing out.